In this tutorial we're going to take a look at creating something called a work order. A work order is a request for property repairs, so we might have maybe a leaking tap or a broken window or something like that needs repairing, so we can record a work order. Once we've created the work order, we can then assign it to a contractor to get them to do the work, and then once the work's been completed, they will send us an invoice and we can record the payment as well. So I'm going to show you how to do all of those things. We start off by going to Properties and choose Work Orders. I'm going to create a new work order. Status initially is just a new job. We select the property that it relates to. I'm going to choose this one down here. When I select the property, it automatically fills in the contractor, the tenant's name, the contact name, so that's the tenant, and the tenant's phone numbers. Now I can change those contact details if I want to use a different person as my contact. I can put down here a priority, I can put down an estimate or a quote value, and I can select a contractor. Now I haven't got any contractors set up yet, so I'll show you how to create those shortly. And down here I put a description of what the job is. So maybe the job is a leaking tap, and I'll save that. Now I really need to create the contractors because I need to link a job to the contractor, the person who's doing the job. So I'm going to go up to Contractors and I want to add a new contractor. So I want to create a plumber. So maybe there's a business called Mr. Plumber. I can put in the contact details, and I can also specify what specialty they are. In this case they're going to be a plumber. I can also type in new specialties if I want to, and various other information like the contact name. The plumber's contact name. I can also put in contact details here, including the email address, something like that, and phone numbers, and also custom fields and notes. So I'll just save that as it is. Okay, now that I've got a contractor set up, I can go back to my work order and I can now select the contractor. Now another thing I might do, if this is a big job, like for a leaking tap I wouldn't bother, but for a bigger job I might want to get multiple quotes. So I can go to the Quotes tab and I can add a new quote. I can select the contractor who I've got the quote from, and I can enter in the quote amount, and I can put some notes if I want to. So I might be able to create multiple quotes, because if I'm going to do quotes, chances are I'm going to get more than one. Eventually though, I will select one of the quotes and I'll enter it over here, and I'll choose the contractor who's actually going to do the job, and I'll save it. I'll just open it back up again, just take a look at a few more things. We've got a couple of other things. We can add notes. We can have as many notes as we like onto our work order. We can also add attachments, so maybe we want to add some photos of the job that needs doing, or maybe some documents of some sort. Also on the Details tab here, I've got a couple of options down here. I can choose to print it. The Print Internal button will print a report which contains the details of this job suitable for our own internal use, whereas this one down here, the Print for Contractor, won't print all the details, so some personal details will be excluded. We also have the option to email this work order to a contractor, so again the output is something that is suitable for a contractor to view. So now if I give the job to someone, I will set it to in progress, and eventually the job will be completed. So at which point we can come over here, we can change the status to completed, and we can go to the Payments tab. Now what's most likely going to happen is the contractor is going to send us an invoice, so we can put in their invoice number, the invoice date, and the amount of their invoice. So that's the invoice amount, not the payment amount, but the invoice amount. I'll save it. So now that we've received the invoice, we're most likely going to want to pay it. So I'll go back in again, and I can now start adding payments through this tab here. So this is the actual act of paying back the contractor. So I can press the Add button, It opens this new window, which is actually exactly the same as entering the expense through the cash book screen. It's the same details, but you'll notice it's automatically filled in the property and the amount, and that's based on the invoice amount from the contractor. I just get to select the group, so I'm going to choose repairs, choose the bank account, and if I want to I can enter in my payee as well, and I'll just save that. So we can see there's our payment. So we can have multiple payments. If we wanted to, we could part pay. If we want to only pay 80, if we wanted to partially dispute the cost, we can actually put in multiple payments. And if I was to go to the cash book screen, you'll notice the exact same transaction appears over here as an expense. So as you can see, that's how we create work orders. We create our contractors. We can assign the work order to the contractor, and then once we've finished we can make payments to that contractor. There's also quite a few reports related specifically to work orders as well.